everybody. Now we have a very big episode today because we are reviewing The Bad Batch, Episode 5, Entombed. So much happened, so we got a lot to talk about, don't we, Joseph? So much
to go over.
I know, that episode, oh my god. It has allowed us to talk about so much stuff. So guys, stay tuned, get ready, because this episode is gonna be a big one, because that episode of The Bad Batch, OMG. Nah, all jokes aside, guys. The Bad Batch, I really thought Season 2 would be different, but it's kinda like Season 1 with all this boring filler. I mean, I don't know if I can call it filler, because stuff is still happening, it's still happening.
Yeah.
Stuff is still going on. But I don't care about these stories, like, I literally don't. I would rather them go and finish unfinished Clone Wars arcs, like, in between Season 5 and 6 with Darth Maul. All these Clone Wars arcs they could finish. But they go and do the Bad Batch stories. I personally, if you do, that's great, you know. I personally don't care for them. You know, the Bad Batch episodes of the Bad Batch, I am starting to find not interesting at all. But the Bad Batch episodes of the Empire are actually quite good, I think. And so I hope they go back to Crosshair. Cody, like, next episode, please.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's
Yeah.
I think they give us too much, and
16 episodes.
we like the characters, but we don't.
Yeah.
They're not as compelling as other characters. I think because they're clones.
Yeah, and 16 episodes of these annoying, boring stories is really not making me love the show and love the characters as much. You know, the Empire episodes of the Bad Batch, as I said, are great, and I hope we get more of them. They're so cool and interesting. But these stories of the Bad Batch, they're getting quite annoying. Frustrating. Very frustrating. Like, okay, that episode, Entombed. The music, we'll go over the pros and cons of that episode. The pros, the music was really good, I thought. I thought that music was really intense, cool. Whoever made that music, it was good music. I think it was really good.
Yeah.
It had Indiana Jones feels as well with the temple and the tomb and stuff. I felt a little bit of Indiana Jones vibes from that, which was cool, you know, with the booby traps and stuff. I thought it was pretty cool. But a lot of the episode was just regular Bad Batch. Go on a mission, go on a quest. Something goes wrong, they fix it, and off they go back home.
Happy days.
Happy days. And it's getting really frustrating. That's the whole cycle. And I really hope this show starts to pick up. 5 episodes in now. 11 to go. Like, seriously. Well, 16 episodes. It's too much. It's way too much for the show like this. Because they drag it on way too much. I don't know why they do 16 episodes. For us to subscribe longer. I don't know. It is quite frustrating waiting a week for that. Because now it's going to be really 2 weeks since the last good episode, or even 3. Or episode 3 was very good. Episode 4. Yeah, shortest episode on the movie pod. It was so. Then episode 5 just then. Again, I don't have much to say. Like, nothing happened. They went on this little quest. They went through some booby traps. They got their little crystal they needed, or whatever the hell it was. And then, what was her name?
I think her name was Fee.
Yeah, she.
That's what.
Yeah, she dropped the purple pinky crystal, and then they had to quickly get it. They got it. She was hanging off the building. Hunter then helps her up. Off they go.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Like, there's nothing to say. The cons. What the hell was that animation? That animation felt like a massive downgrade. I don't know, but that animation didn't feel it. It really didn't. It was not. It was probably the worst season 6, 7 Clone Wars style animation we've had ever.
Yeah, it did feel janky at points.
V's animation, or whatever her name was, I didn't like that. It was really shanky, and I don't know, it just didn't look right. Even though she just looked off. The colors, the lighting, I don't know. And I don't think Dave is in charge of this whole thing anymore. He's he's way too busy with other stuff. I think he's really stepped away from the Bad Batch, which is quite. But when
Yeah,
Omega gets, we know she gets captured eventually because she's in the Senate hiding when Palpatine's giving his speech. So maybe she obviously gets captured by the Empire. So that will be quite interesting when we get to see Palpatine. But God only knows how long that will be away. Could be end of March for all we know. And
I assume it's going to be a while away.
I don't want to be sitting through these 1 week episodes when I'm waiting a whole week to watch 30 minutes of that. It's really frustrating. It really is.
Which is unfortunate because we had high hopes for it when the
We
season
did.
started.
We did.
We came out, we were so hyped.
I really thought it was going to be a pickup from season 1, but it's going down the same route of these
Yep.
kind of episodes. Yeah, I think season 1 has honestly been better so far. First episodes of season 1. You know, we got Fennec Shan. We had that older clone guy. Oh, how did I forget his name? No way, I forgot his name. But he had like the weird beard and like the mohawk weird thingy head thing hair. That guy,
yeah.
Lawless, something like that. And that was quite cool. The premiere of season 1 with Order 66 was obviously cool. You know, episode 1 of season 2, it was quite cool. You know, Dooku's getting the treasure and whatever, his fortune. And then season 2, episode 2, it was alright. Episode 3 was banger. Episode 4, faster. Just filler. And now episode 5, again, quite boring. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. The Bad Batch are back together, but as well. Thank God. To be honest. They're gonna keep having these. They'll get split up and we'll have another whole filler episode of how they rejoin. So it's good they put them back together.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing because as we said when it started, we were really excited for all of it because they were doing really well.
Yeah.
And if you look back at our other episodes, we were talking about how hopefully it's a step in the right direction. Hopefully they keep this up, and then about a week later,
Yeah, like
it all went away.
Yep, and it's really frustrating. Like, you know, I would much rather. I don't care about these stories. Like, if you know, like, I don't know why they're making these kind of stories when they have a massive opportunity to go back and finish Clone Wars arcs, which it could be way more interesting. Like, what is Darth Maul doing in between season 5 and 6? Like, please.
Yeah.
But Bad Batch, it can be hella interesting, but then we get episodes like that. But I'm sure when we get the Palpatine, Senate, more Empire, Cody, Crosshair, we'll love them. But it's these episodes that let us down with the whole show. Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it's weird why they picked the Bad Batch to do so much filler episodes. Because I don't think it's one of their higher watched shows.
Not. You know, these
in comparison to their live action shows.
Even like Tales of the Jedi has definitely outperformed the Bad Batch season 1, I reckon.
Yeah. And that had no filler episodes.
No,
it was too short, to be honest.
You know how many times I've watched Tales of the Jedi? I probably watch it like at least 1 episode a week, to be honest.
Damn. Okay.
I literally watch it all the time on the bus. I went back to school today, and when I was coming home on the bus, I literally watched episode 4, The Sith Lord, on the way home.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, that episode 4 of Tales of the Jedi, The Sith Lord, peak Star Wars. That was the best Star Wars we've had since. When it first came out, I said it was the best Star Wars since Revenge of the Sith, but best Star Wars since The Mandalorian Season 2.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
I've started rewatching Mandalorian. That show is so good.
Yeah.
I forgot how good it was, to be honest. It's been so long.
it's been what ended was it start of 2020?
Yeah, it was like mid 2020 was when
Yeah.
it ended. I think October or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's been way too long. And I think that's a big mistake from like Lucasfilm and Disney, was having their best show that all fans loved off screen for 2 years.
Yeah.
And so we're stuck with all this other stuff. And we got the Little Tales of Jedi episodes, which were great, but that obviously not enough for us Star Wars fans, because we want more, don't we?
Yes. We're a little greedy, but
Yeah.
it's the wrong show for filler. Everybody loves clones, right? If you're a Star Wars fan, you like clones, but I think the reason the Clone Wars did so well was because we didn't get the same clones every week.
Exactly.
Yes, we got
different stories.
the same ones, but exactly, it's different
They
stories
all have
with
different
clones.
personalities, and exactly. What would you rate that episode of The Bad Batch out of?
Oh, probably out of 10.
Yeah, out of 10.
I give it like a 4, 4.5.
Yeah, I give it a 4 out of 10. I give it a 4 out of 10.
It didn't have anything wrong.
It was this point that nothing happened. They went on their little quest. Cool, now they're back home, and off we go on another quest. It was cool, the music and Indiana Jones vibes, but that animation really put me off. I don't know what was wrong with it, but it didn't sit right.
There was no character development. There was no, nothing eventful happened. They went to the planet. They had the little exploration, all cool and dandy, and now they get on the Marauder, and now it's back to normal. Nothing changed.
Yeah, exactly.
Although it was cool, I do think that it was a cool episode and a cool concept.
But it's not what Star Wars needs at the moment. Being so
dry. It's not.
It's so dry.
I was really excited, when Fee, the treasure hunter, said something about it was older than Jedi's. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I thought, could this, because I don't know if you remember, but we were talking about how Omega could be the future of Star Wars.
Yeah,
I was thinking, could this be maybe she finds a weapon, maybe she finds some secrets about this place, because she said it was older than the Jedi.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, what if Gunji pops out? What if he's been stuck there or something, and he's all ragged up? But
yeah.
And we got clickbaited with the Zillo Beast in the trailer. They showed the Zillo Beast, and obviously that episode is when we see it. That they made that thing look like it to get Clone Wars fans hyped up.
Definitely, it was a mech.
Yeah, it was.
If you had the subtitles, it comes up as mech sounds or whatnot.
Oh, does it? Wow. Yeah, fully. They just put that in the trailer, so yeah, it's annoying when they do that. But anyway.
Yeah, I feel like this episode had a lot of potential to build at least Omega.
Yeah.
When we first went in there, and she was talking about how this could unlock something about Omega, really, really step her up as an important character. But it really didn't, and I feel like they could have capitalized on something there. Maybe it was too early for them. Maybe they didn't want to get that right away.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I don't think we're going to see Boba in this season. You have 11 episodes to go. It's not like this is an 8-episode show. It's way too long of a show. But yeah, 4 out of 10 for me as well. I think.
Which is unfortunate. I think we started the season on 3 10 out of 10s, I think.
Episode 1, 10 out of 10. Episode 2 was 8 out of 10. Episode 3, 11 out of 10.
Definitely a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. It was so good. And look at that, that's an Empire episode. That's an Empire episode with Crosshair and Cody and Rampart. 10 out of 10. So please give me
I
more
don't know
of
what
that.
we gave last episode, but
Oh, I think we gave it like a 6.
yeah,
More so
it was
because
just
that episode, the racer one, the faster. That one reminded me like with the pod racing and Phantom Menace, so that
Yeah.
was like good nostalgia and stuff. But it was fun.
just
It was more kiddie and goofier, while this episode was just plain.
Yeah.
It
it's
reminded
unfortunate.
it reminded me of lots of really plain rebel episodes of them going
Yeah.
on pointless quests and stuff. That's the thing with Star Wars animation. There's a lot of that.
Which sucks.
Yeah,
But
because they give it too much episodes.
yeah,
But yeah, oh well. This is off
I haven't.
topic. But the Oscars got announced last night.
Yeah.
Posted them all over our socials. So if you guys don't know what they are, go look at our Instagram, Facebook, anything. Post them all. And the MCU finally got its first Oscar nomination.
Yes, with Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever, Best Supporting Actress. And they got a few more, I think. Got like costume as well and stuff.
Who got the best supporting actress?
The Shuri and T'Challa's mum. Queen.
Was it Okoye? Or was it? I don't remember it. I remember seeing it.
You know, Shuri and T'Challa's mum. The Queen of Wakanda.
Ah, yes, okay.
What's her name?
Oh, I'm blanking.
Person that Angelina Bassett plays.
Yeah.
The Queen. T'Challa, well, yeah, this T'Challa and Shuri's mom, who dies.
Yeah.
In Wakanda Forever spoiler.
She did do a very good job, yeah.
Yeah, so. But that's really sad for the MCU. How many movies have they had? 20 odd? And they've
20, it's 24?
and
24
they've
now?
only just got a Oscar nomination. That proves
Which
something.
is weird because of the success of Endgame. But it goes to show like what superhero movies do.
Well, the Batman got
But
3 nominations. It got visual effects, it got makeup, and costuming. That was good.
yeah.
He could win. I reckon he could win makeup because what they did to the Penguin was crazy. Elvis got like 8 nominations. So good. Avatar got like 2. He got sound. It got. That's another one. Batman got was sound. It got sound and visual effects. James Cameron didn't get directing. I'm joking. I loved Avatar. I did. But
What did Everything Everywhere All at Once get?
Oh, it got like. I think it got like 11 nominations.
I realized at the start of the month when we
That's
did
gotta
our
win best
like
movie.
2023 movies, we did not look at it. I realized that after. I'm like, damn, how did we miss that? I think because you haven't seen it.
Shit. Yeah, I had never. Did you see it?
Yeah, it's
Frig. Yeah, I never saw it. I never even knew.
it's
it was
definitely
good?
worth a watch.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth a watch.
I think it will win best. Even though I haven't seen it, I think it'll win best movie, best picture, because of all like everyone
You know
loves it.
one of the boys from Indiana Jones is from it.
Yeah, one of the kids.
I
One of the
forgot his name.
kid.
Yeah, one of the kids from it. He's all grown up now.
Yeah, and
He was also in Stand By Me, which is a great film.
Is he?
And then Goonies.
Bro,
I forgot his
Stand
name. I
By
cannot
Me
think
is so good. That's
Such a good movie.
I love it. And he had a reunion with Harrison Ford, and they had a photo like 40 years later. So good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And you know the Oscars are in March.
Yep.
Why is everything in March? Is March like the freaking like center of the year or something now? Jesus. Like obviously we got to cover the Oscars. We're a movie podcast. Like we kind of got to do that.
Yeah, no, of course we will.
It's like
finding the time.
It's like the 12th of March. Don't tell me what is that? It's a Friday, please. Please be a Friday. Did not be like a Wednesday. If that's a Wednesday, we got Oscars, Bad Batch, and Mando. Oh, dude.
I still don't want a big episode, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's a Monday. No, it's a Sunday. Which is a Saturday
Sunday's
for the
fine.
USA. So that makes sense. Sunday's alright. Sunday's a pretty chill day. Bloody March. Oh well.
Pretty much.
Good growth we could have in March. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, I just want to ramble on a little bit more so we could get to the 20-minute mark. Now we're at it. I didn't want to do a super short episode again. I thought it was going to be. But that episode of The Bad Batch, 4 out of 10. Quite disappointing. It wasn't bad. It was just not needed. You know?
Yeah, it didn't give us a lot,
Yeah,
to
it
be
didn't do
honest.
anything, yeah. But yeah, guys, that's our review of The Bad Batch. Season 2, Episode 5. It started off on a good foot, and now it's just going back to its original Bad Batch ways with just these kind of episodes. But hey, once the Empire get back in there, we get more Crosshair and Cody and Rex. I think he'll pick up. And Palpatine, of course. I think he'll pick up. 11 episodes to go, so there's a lot to go. So we have those things to look forward to. Gunji as well, the Wookiees.
Yep.
Alrighty, guys. Let us know what you thought. And we'll catch you guys in tomorrow's episode of the Movie Pod. Alrighty, guys. Catch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.